morning, traders. Welcome to the mini Thunderdome. Today is August 29th, 2022. If you're new to the channel, we are a ES and MES live trading channel. If you'd like to follow us, I suggest you subscribing and clicking the notification so you can get a little email or a text message that we are live. If you do follow our trades, you're doing so at your own risk. We're not liable for any losses or damages. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I hope if you did trade on Friday that you went short. If you didn't, you probably suffered the whole weekend because that was some sell-off. But it's been expected. You know, we are still in balance. It's not like the bulls took over, otherwise we would have been at 4,300. So we're still in balance. All right, let's look at what we have as far as targets this morning. So POC moved all the way from 4180 to 4025. That is the overnight POC. Short targets, we have 4,300, 39.95, 39.82, 39.68, 39.54, 39.20, and then 39.06, and then long shot 38.68. Long targets, which I think that's what we will be looking for. At least I'm going to be looking for long targets. That is going to be obviously settlement, Friday's close, so 40.44, 40.59, 40.73, 40.79, 40.95, and then 41.25. That is my major target of the day. If we could pass the 70s, I think that we could reach that. Probably won't close up there, but we could tag that. And then long shot anywhere between 41.50 and 40.75. Major support at 4,000. If we don't hold 4,000, again, support is where the market ends at the end of the day. It's not as we're trading, but sometimes it does hold in the RTH. So if we pass 4,000 and we close under that, then we could be seeing all the way down to 3,600 till we have OPEX, which is I believe is on the 16th of this month. And then resistance, it's a light resistance between 40.50 and 40.75, and then the major resistance is going to be 4,100. Okay, those are the numbers. Let's take a look of scenarios that I think that we could see this morning. Where is that? Okay, where is my paint? All right, so scenario one, going all the way to Friday's settlement, bouncing up there, coming down to 25, which seems like it's the overnight middle. Obviously it's the VPOC, so that could hold, and then going all the way down to 40.16, and then either sideways there or coming back to settle in the mid 20s again. Scenario 2, just drive straight up. Scenario 3, drive up, come down, and then just sideways in the 70s. 70s need to fill out, I think, is the area that will probably spend most of the day. It will be in between 59 and 75, 72 area. And then scenario 3, just crashing and going all the way down. Okay, but most likely what I think that will happen will either be scenario 2 or 3. The bears need to stand their ground. They need to gain back lost acreage. That is key today. Otherwise, it's over. And, you know, we have thrown in the towel and we're letting the bears take control. When I say bears, so the bulls need to take control. Otherwise, the bears will just drive the market down. So today is a day that the bulls need to regain ground and go all the way up. We're going to be opening up with a gap, so there will be a Pac-Man up, and they should be quite interesting. Now, where do we enter? I think we might get choppy in the beginning and then probably find some support at 25 and then go long from there. I've had an incredible month of August, so I'm gonna be doing scaling, but I'm gonna leave a runner. I would really like to have a runner all the way to 41.25. That could be an amazing trade. So yeah. All right, everyone, that's it. I got nothing else. Let's see how the 500 opens. All of them were red on Friday, so it'll be interesting to see how they open. Google was negative almost 6%. Apple almost 4%. Microsoft almost 4%. Amazon almost 5%. Tesla almost 3%. So all the biggies were hit pretty hard. So let's see how they react this morning. All right, I got nothing else. Yeah, let's see if we can catch along here. Should be interesting. All right, let's just wait until market opens up. All right, here we go. Delta is already negative 1,500. So we need to regain that, and that has to be quite quickly. Otherwise, they will start pounding the delta to the downside. So the bulls need to come in hard and quick. If we do a Fibonacci on a daily, 61% is at 4110. I mean, yeah, 61 is at, oh no, I'm doing it the opposite. That is wrong. So if we do a Fibonacci, so obviously we're not going to get a full retracement. I doubt it. But 61 is at 41.50. Then we have 50 at 41.28. So that is doable. And then we have 38 at 41. I mean, yeah, 38 at 41.08. So I think that we'll probably get a challenge to the low 4100s. But again, the key is going to be where to get in. All right, that's it. That's all I have. We have a couple of minutes here. I'm going to go and take a restroom break. Before we start, I'll be right back. All right, let me know if the fans are too loud. I'll try to adjust the sound here. Let me go ahead and just lower it a little bit, and I'll just bring the mic closer. Let me know if that is better. Good morning. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and draw my gap line. So 40.58 is the cash close. So looks like we're gonna be opening here at 30.
Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop sell.
So here we go, driving down a little bit, probably find support at 16, so I'm gonna be looking to go long in that area. We do not want to see it go near 10.
Yes, YouTube. Hidden bien.
Oh, I'm gonna go long already.
Yes,
Looks like we
YouTube.
just had a
Market
really nice
volume
spike
stop sell.
right at 21 and an iceberg.
Absorption, yes. Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop sell.
All right, I'm gonna one at 40 and then one at settlement. And then I'm gonna just, with the ES, I'm just gonna play along and see if we get momentum. Then I'm just gonna go and raise it to settlement.
Yes, YouTube. Buy volumes. Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop sell.
There'll probably be a challenge to the mid, maybe, so that if you're not long yet, you could probably look for a long at the mid. Not a suggestion, just an observation. We have a POC at 25.50. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, Tech.
Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop sell.
All right, it's coiling. Oh, getting a little scared here. I want to see at 35 already.
Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop sell.
Sellers are trying to block this. I am tempted to move stop to entry. I'm already risking $600 on the ES. And maybe get a better entry. I'm gonna do that.
Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop sell.
Oh, no, I'm gonna move it down. POC just moved up to 29. So we are accepting higher prices. Almost got stopped out there.
Sweet.
Here we go, they're buying. So we have our overnight high is the first target. I wish I had more on the ES, so I'm gonna
ESU2.
I'm gonna move up ES to settlement. Again, I don't think it's gonna be a smooth drive up. It will be every time a challenge, every time a challenge. But again, bears need to regain control and bulls need to drive up and say, okay, you had your fun on Friday. Now we are regaining our ground back to neutral. So neutral is going to be in between 41 and 52 is neutral ground. So I'll clear my MES and then I'll look for a pullback and I'll try to add again, and I'll keep scaling all the way up until I see exhaustion. Very weak low here, so this low is at risk. All right, I'm gonna move my ES to both to entry. I could always add. All right, I'm gonna go to target right there. Oops. So it may bounce around a little bit at 43. First stat is going to be to make a new high or a low. So it looks like we're going to be making a new high. We already did the stat of visiting the overnight.
ESU2. Market volume stock buy.
VPOC. That was on the first drop, so that's the white line. They are buying. There may be an adding opportunity right at 36, 30, 38 area. Could be an add. I'm tempted to add an ES. Now I'm gonna add an ES here. Now, I'm just going to leave it. Do not want to give any money back. Ooh, look at this. So obviously there would be sellers right before the high. Harmonics are still at 6 points, so it should start turning around here. Otherwise, we're going to get a challenge to the mid and the opening. So I may get stopped out here. Wow, that was close. Maybe I should have left it at the high and cleared and then added more. So I might have made a mistake there on moving from 40 to 43. We may get a challenge to POC and the mid. Good morning. Yeah. If I had covered, I would have added here now. Or maybe no, I would have waited for the mid, but it may not go there. There's a, let's see, there's a ledge right at 34, so it may not have enough strength to go under 34, so I might have added here.
Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop sell.
Oh, let's turn on the squawk box. Yeah, it would have been a really good ad there, right at 35. So now I'm tempted to move up my target and go to the low.
Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop buy.
And that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna move my runner to 72. So this is the area that I think that we will bounce around, and the market will decide what it wants to, if it wants to come back and challenge 35 or 53 area, but this area I think that it will fill in for quite some time. All right, we just made a new high. Here we go.
Yes, YouTube.
New highs.
Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop buy.
All right, we are at the first target. First target accomplished. That is done. We're still Pac-Man up, eating up the gap. All right, if my ES reaches target, I'm gonna be done with the ES. I'm just gonna use that as plain chips, just in case I'm wrong and the bears take over. So look at this. Every step of the way is gonna be challenged. It's not gonna be an easy, because Friday was so powerful that they're not gonna give it up easy. They might even take over. Oh, look, already a challenge to the mid. That is not good. Unless it's trying to pick up fuel, pick up stops. But it may need to fill in some volume between 40 and 38. Maybe that is what's happening. Let me take a look here. No, it's not.
Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop sell. Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop sell.
We are barely positive on the delta. We gotta start driving up again. We need to get as far away from opening price as possible. Otherwise, we may have a challenge to 40.10. We need to have a wide IB. It has to be really wide. As far as reports, there is none today, but we do have a Fed speaker at I believe 11:15 my time. All right, it looks like we're gonna get a challenge here of a POC. I may get stopped out.
Market volume stop sell.
All right, I'm just gonna go all at entry, and I'll just come back in again.
Yes. Market volume stop sell.
Absorption on the sell side. This is good. So they couldn't sell more. Buyers came in, bought whatever the sellers had, and bought more. So that's a good sign for the upside.
Sell volume spike.
Still a ledge at 34. We do not want to see the market go under 33. If it does, it has to stop at 29, which will probably take me out. Yeah, I am a high risk with my entry here. Yeah, we should have started to go up. I'm getting a little worried here. It should have done the new high and then bounced off of 37 and gone up again. So we need to start climbing back up. Otherwise, we may see a test of the opening price. And Delta has gone negative. But on the other hand, volume is quite low still. The only volume spike is on a green bar so far. So that is a plus for longs, creating a really strong zipper here, so that they could be fishing for stops. So we need to start seeing a 39. Here comes the challenge to the mid and POC. All right, I may get stopped out here because we have the VWAP right at 27. Let me see if I can find a spot here, but I would have to be at 23. I don't know if I want to be at... All right, 23. So I'm risking 400 on the ES. I think I should be okay there. But there's big interest at 21. Actually, 22.75.
Top sell.
Yeah, this is worrisome. But again, I did say it was not going to be an easy climb. So I am not shocked. So the bulls may be scared to come in full force and have their asses bitten like on Friday, because on Friday it seems like there were some pretty good zippers that they were trying to buy and they kept on getting hit pretty hard. So they are still sore.
Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop buy.
They're still sore. So, all right, this is a good bounce here. So show me a 41. This could turn into a stop pick. So there could be fuel here for a short.
Yes, YouTube. Sell volume.
Hitting a whole bunch of stops. So this was a good buy here.
Buy volume spike.
Now I'm getting confident again. This was a really good buy. I wouldn't have taken it because obviously opening price is so close, but I'm happy to see that it didn't struggle to bounce. It bounced right away. We found buyers, but now it has to keep going. We need to start making new highs again. We need to start Pac-Manning the gap. So we had a gap because Friday there wasn't enough time to keep going short. So it was unfinished business. Obviously, I wanted to challenge 4,000 because that was the major resistance. I've been saying that it was 4,200 and 4,000, and the mid was between 41 and 42.
Yes,
So obviously there had to be a challenge, but they ran out of time on Friday. If it was a Thursday, if that had happened on a Thursday, we would have seen that too. All right, come on, keep going.
Yes, YouTube. Sell volume spike.
We may find some buyers here. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Do not want to see a challenge to that mid again. It has to stay above 34. Yeah, I think that the real challenge will be at 53 area right here. All of this will be the challenge. Will they let the bulls pass settlement? If they do, then it means that the bears have weakened up.
Volume spike.
All right, let's see what kind of interest we have on the upside. They're trying to block 40. They're trying to block 44. And then there are 253 at 50. But 50 is more of a psychological number. We have bottom of the RTH value area at 54. So we still have that stat. Also, market wanting to go back into value. All right, we're almost at the end of the first TPO session. All right, we need to hot knife right through 40.
PSU2. Buy volume. PSU2. Market volume stop buy.
Just hit a nice stop. 500.25. The zipper is moving up.
Market volume stop
That's a
buy.
good sign. So we are finding support at higher levels. Here we go, new highs. Yes, with buying power. This is fantastic. Eating up. Gap.
PSU2. Hidden beam.
We just hit an iceberg of 1600. So let's see how the market reacts to this. I think it was just
Sell volume spike.
a high, an iceberg above the high. It could even be clearing of trades, so I'm not really afraid of this iceberg. Delta is positive.
PSU2. Sell volume spike.
We need to stay above 41. Good morning. Do you guys see how it's struggling every time? Struggle. Not as bad as on Friday. When I was watching Friday, every time it went up, boom. They hit it hard, and it just couldn't regain any ground on Friday. Every time it went up, it got hit hard. I am not seeing the same here. But obviously, it's not going to be easy. All right, so finding sellers again at the high. So that iceberg looks like created a vacuum, and this could be just responsive selling. Anytime there's a big move, it creates a vacuum and there's a responsive selling, or it could turn into initiative selling. Good for you.
Sound test on the multi-asset channel.
PSU2. Sell volume spike.
So
PSU2. Market volume stop sell.
I don't want to see a challenge to the mid, but if it keeps failing at the mid, that's a good thing. But I would like to see it start running. But if it keeps failing at the mid, then it means that they have no fuel.
Just a bit more from Riksbank's Flodden, really echoing what we heard last week.
No
Big strand this
momentum
week, but it's not something we're targeting
for the
specifically
shorts.
with our policies.
All right, again, we need to stay above 34.
PSU2, sell sweep.
POC still at
Market volume stop sell.
29, but now POC and VWAP have combined. There's a lot of interest at 25. There's 351 orders waiting at 25.
PSU2, market volume stop sell.
Last draw here will be 30. 30 needs to hold. But it looks like 34 is holding.
Buy volume spike.
So there's a vacuum between 34 and 30. So either 34 needs to hold or 30 needs to hold. All right, this is quite a move down.
Sell volume spike.
So that iceberg. Oh, here comes buyers, but now POC has moved up to 35. So either
Baby Boo financial regulators will also be starting the next round of repayments to clients from one rural bank. Happened on 30th of August, and it does follow a similar headline we heard from Henan financial regulators.
so either we just had clearing of trades or someone just went short and made POC move up. So something just happened here. Hopefully it's a buy order or clearing of shorts. So now previous POC is VWAP at 29. All right, looks like I'm gonna get a challenge here to my entry. Again, 30 needs to hold. But that was that's quite a move, huh? From 46, 17 points. That is not a regular rotation. Don't want to see that if you're long. Interest at 25 is climbing up. 25 again is the overnight VPOC. Come on, show me a 35. This could be a launching pad here, but I'm afraid of 25, so I would be cautious to go long. But it could be a launching pad to just go straight up. Here we go. If it is, we need to see a 41. 41 will be the tell. They're trying to block 35. Need to hot knife right through 35. Not a recommendation, but this could be a launching pad. Let's see how it reacts to 35, where POC is. Interest at 25 is still growing. Now it's at 358. Yeah, I do. I'm more of a swing trader. I'm not a scalper. That's how I trade. I'm a swing intraday trader. That's my style. You could trade however you want, but that's how I trade. Here we go. Let's see how it reacts at 30. It needs to bounce. I do not want to see a challenge to IB low. Right, first session is over. Looks like still holding, but don't know. I don't think it's gonna hold. I think we're gonna get a challenge to opening price here. But again, this could be a launching pad right here. Here's the launch. Go, go, go. We gotta see it go right through POC at 35. So what scenarios are we seeing here? So we could be back on scenario 1, went all the way to the 40s. Now we are at the 20s and then down to 16, or it could be on scenario 3 all the way to 42, down to 25 and back up to the 70s. Or we are on 2, which was to go to 42, back down, and then all the way up to the 70s again. So I am not seeing scenario 4 yet, which is the one that is to the downside. So no signs that the bears have taken control. But this was quite a move. I would have liked to see a shorter rotation. I would have liked to see it stop at 35. So this could be a stock pick here, right above POC, but I'm seeing more of a launch pad. So now I want to see it pass 41. I want to see a 42. So line in the sand to the upside is going to be 42. Need to find buyers here at the mid. So again, all of this could be a sign that the mid is failing, that it can't go under, not failing, but I'm sorry, that's turning into support. So all of this could be that we are finding support at the mid, and market is looking for higher ground. My ATM setting is gonna be, let's see if I could show you. I don't think I could show you, but it's anywhere between 6 to 4 points on the stop, and then first target 6 to 4 points, which I haven't done because it looked like the market was running up, but first target same as stop, second target full risk off, and then third runner.
Just continue ticking higher in the wake of cash flow. It's a bit more constructive time for risk trading. Additionally, we're just seeing some upticks in the dollar index.
But I should have cleared some at 40. So I did get greedy. I should have not combined my first two targets, and I should have cleared some at 40.
Strategic Petroleum Reserve release is
So I did make a mistake on that.
on the IA and Birrell screens now. Further Strategic Petroleum Reserve release not off the table.
Here we go. Come on, Launchpad, let's go.
Such release of those positive ticks that just
Show me a 42. 42 new highs. Let's go. So I need to see it go through with momentum. Otherwise, it's just a correction and it's going to come crashing down. It could be an ABC. So I do not want to see an ABC. I want to see it go right through. Otherwise, it could do this, this, and then all the way down. So I need to see it go right through. There we go. Keep going, keep going. Hot knife right through. New highs. Let's go. On a higher time frame, we could be on a wave 3 or an ABC, which could finish at 53. So Friday's low. So again, I need to go right through here. All of this could be the start of wave 3. It could be a stop pick. So again, it looks so far like the mid has turned into support, but it's still not clear. Still not clear. Hit a few stops at 43, no big deal. But again, if you do a Fibonacci, obviously people are gonna go short here, right? That's a no-brainer. Now, do they have enough steam to take it all the way down? So, and this is why I needed to go right through. All right, I am starting to get worried, so I'm gonna do a stop to entry. I do not want to see a challenge to the mid anymore. We should keep going up. Now they're adding a lot of orders between 31 and 29.75. So again, 34 needs to hold. Maybe you could do now an ABC here and go up. So on a higher time frame, it could be that we are on a wave 4 within wave 3. But if I don't think so, because this swing up here is pretty long. So it would mean that wave 3 would have to end like at 50, and for this, how big this wave 2 is, I don't think so. Delta is positive. I do not want to see a stop here, otherwise this could turn into a zigzag and go all the way short. So we need to see a new high. And again, every step of the way, it's going to be a challenge. There'll be icebergs, there'll be stops. Because now retailers thinking, oh, you know, the market's going to keep going down. So every time that we reach a new high, there's going to be tons of retailers going south, instead of realizing that the market needs to regain balance. Even if it is, you know, even if we are going down, the market still needs to go into balance. We are out of balance. We are in. So market needs to go back in to then come back down again. All right, come on. Hook me up in some money here. All right, again, if my ES gets hit, I'm gonna be done with the ES. I'm not gonna be trading ES anymore. I'm only gonna trade the MES. I've worked very hard this month. I do not want to give any money back. So new high, boom, all the way down. We just need the rotations to get smaller and smaller. Here we go, come on, right to target. All right, I'm gonna lower a little bit on the ES. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. Here we go, come on. So 50, major psychological number, but as far as a volume number, quite weak. Here, in this situation, I don't think it's a deal breaker. Now 53, that's a different story because that is Friday's low. So if it's gonna bounce, I believe it would bounce off of 53. I don't think that it would bounce off of 50. But now I'm gonna bring my ES to the mid. We just did a high on the delta. Right, let's see what kind of interest we have to the upside now. We have 179 at 52. Then not much at 53, but there's a 186 at 54. Yes, thank you. But still not out of the weeds, though. Still not out of the weeds.
Manufacturing index for August. And see if it does come ahead of the ISM report due on Thursday. Most of the regional Fed indices have been mixed.
So, as I said, that was the launching pad. It was obvious to me. If it was the beginning of the month, I would have added here. I would have added, but I am being tight. I think I've only had one loss this whole month. So I've had to deal with some overnight trades to make my money back on some of my RTH. So I've worked quite hard. So I'm gonna try to be as tight as I can. All right, here we go. Come on, give me some chips. Come on, come on. Right, we're almost done with IB, so I would like to see an extension of this IB before IB is done. So I'm tempted to lower my ES here to 53. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna be greedy. I could always re-enter, but I'm not gonna re-enter with the ES. But true target, so instead I'm gonna go and split this, and that's what I'm gonna do. So then I'll make it up with clearing in the ES, and then having more of a runner with the MES instead of doing a clear at 57. All right, interest is growing at 54. Now we are past 200. Again, I'd like to see an extension of this before IB is set. Here comes the buyers. They're trying to stop the market at 50. Still struggling every part of the way. Struggle, struggle. Come on, let's go. Drive up. Let's go. Let's finish this. Let's finish this.
It's difficult for the Russians to maintain core production due to the absence of Western companies.
All right, I'm gonna move my ES to 37, MES to 37. Hopefully I'm safe there. Here comes the drive. Come on, straight to 54. Let's go. So we may see it go all the way to 54, finish IB, and then come challenge the 40s to launch again, or it's all over and it's gonna be a balanced day.
Sell volume scalp.
Do not want to see a full extended rotation. We need to keep going. Small rotations to target. Do not want to see it come back down to 40. That will be a no bueno. Here we go. Here we go. We have 5 minutes till IB is done. Come on, come on. Still positive in the delta. Now we are creating a resistant zipper here on the new highs. Oh, do not want to see this. We're finding buyers again. Come on, come on. Okay, this is not good. If we don't see it reach target before IB is done, then we may not see 75s. We may not go into the 70s. Come on, buyers, let's go. And they have pulled about 10 orders out of 54. Three minutes. Come on, come on. Yeah, it's struggling. Not good. Not good. They're having a hard time getting into the 50s. I am tempted to clear my ES. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Everyone who got killed on Friday are acting desperate to make their money back. Now they want to jump on the short wagon. The short wagon was Friday. Today is longs, not shorts. It may not be an extended long, but it's longs. Out of balance, need to go back into balance. All right. I am tempted to move to 40. But most likely I'll get stopped out here. Here comes IB. Or maybe I'm wrong and it'll be the perfect time to challenge IB high and start driving. All right, a little more here. Yeah. Do not want to see a challenge to the mid again, even though the mid has moved up some. All right, IB is going to be in. So retailers selling at every single high, they are selling. Yeah, it looked like it was gonna go, but retailers just pounding the highs. All right, IB is in. So we're almost looking at a double distribution on a profile between 41 and 43 is the low node, and then we have a huge tail on the bottom. So it looks like a weak structure ready for a long tail on the top. All right, IB stat is in. So market either want to break IB high or IB low.
Headline. And just looking at the output index, that comes to that 1.2, that pairs back at 3.8 July.
IB is the initial balance. It's when I mean it's not a how do you say it? It's not a like set in stone thing, but it's when most of the orders happen is between the first half hour or the first hour. So traders call that initial balance, and you could use that as targets, support, resistant areas. It's called initial balance. So most of the trading happens in the beginning of the day, the first hour, and the last hour. So it's always good to go and measure it. Just went long on NQ. All right, good luck. So most of the professional traders have orders that they got from the desk, and those are usually filled the first hour. All right, looks like it's gonna go and challenge the mid here. Did not want to see this. All right, I'm out. What happened to my ES? That's weird. What happened there? I have no idea. What the hell happened there? That's odd. It could be another launching pad right here. All right, I do not know what happened. Did I have two ES? I thought I only had one ES. Now I'm confused. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I thought I was only long one. Maybe I was long two, but I'm pretty sure I was only long one. That is odd. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to do a sound off. I'm gonna call my broker real quick. Let me call the desk, because that is weird. I should have cleared that. Yeah, now I only have a $300, well, $383 on the ES. That is odd. All right, guys. I do not know how to do that, and I do not want to mess with that. It could just take me out completely here of the streaming. So I'm just gonna. That's odd. Well, that was a major move, huh, guys? Wow, look at that. That is a major move. So all those profits I had with the ES, now, well, I'm still profitable at $1,000, but what the hell was that? I was long too. Oh, bummer. Oh. Yeah, I am bummed. That sucks. I thought I was only... Alright, I need to go and change my ratio here. I do not want to be trading two. Yes, so I was at 0.25. So I'm going to have to reduce it to 0.20 on the ratio. That should bring me to one contract only. Alright, well, at least now I don't got to deal with the desk now. Okay, so that is a major move. So now I do not know if that was retail or not. So we do not want to see a challenge to IB low. It has to bounce off of this. Well, fine. You can go to IB low. I'm not long anymore. I'll start looking for shorts. But if we see a new IB low, then means that we are done with longs. So either this has to hold here. It could test 25. Those orders are still waiting at 25. Yeah. So we have interest still at 25. There's 381. All right, now we need to start looking at something else here. But that was a major move. So it broke the mid, it broke POC, it broke VWAP. So we may get a challenge here to 4,000. I am not gonna do anything. I want to see how it reacts to 25. I want to see how close it gets to 20. So I may miss a short here. So if it breaks IB, then I'm going to start looking for a test of opening to go short. Wow, that was, I am quite surprised. Is there news? Because I did turn down the volume.
In energy prices, we do believe that that's probably leading what we're seeing in Tino futures. And it looks like some of the equity futures are now just taking note of what's going on in the fixed income complex, and we're seeing negative ticks there as well. So from what we can tell, it appears to be oil leading at the moment, and then we're seeing yields higher as oil rises. And it looks like the equity complex just coming under a little bit of pressure now, still within the ranges of the day for the US major equity futures. Not just seeing some downticks in recent trading.
There was a report from the Dallas Fed at 7:30, so that could have been it. I don't know. Yeah, so maybe all of this here is the Fed, but usually what carries more weight is the Philadelphia Fed, Chicago Fed. So, all right, IB has moved back to prior, so now it's back at 29 again. So are they coiling up to hit 25, or are they stopping it from going to 25? So there could be an opportunity for outside in. So there could be a scalp all the way to the mid here, challenging opening price, launch to the mid, or it's gonna go and challenge 25. They are pulling orders. So they pulled about 150 orders from 25. So a lot of spoofing at 25. Ooh, this could be a launch right here. This could be a launch. Need to see 29. this could be a launch. All right, I'm gonna go long right here. And really, so you see, since I lowered my ratio, I'm only gonna get filled on the ES if I go long 10 MES. So right now I'm placing all of my trades on the MES, not on the ES. So not until I figured out what the market is doing, I'm gonna trade ES, because ES, it could get nasty quick. So this could be the launching pad right here.
Market volume stock buy.
Or it could bounce right now at POC. So right now, what am I risking? I'm risking about $100 and something. What is it?
Buy volume spike.
$105.
For TMUS as well as AAPL. TMUS set to include Apple TV Plus in its most popular plan, which is apparently called the Magenta Max.
So this could be a stock pick right here. So looking for buyers right at opening. So I want to see it migrate all the way across the IB. So it's not that I have a bias for the longs, but after Friday, today should be a long day. But hey, trading is random.
And folks, just returning to the latest price action, this time we're looking through the lens of FX really. And again, those higher yields that we were just talking about seem to have supported dollar yen, and that dollar strength appears to have been now just making itself known in other areas. So case in point, we're seeing some downside in cable, for instance. We've also seen some negative ticks in euro dollar. Again, we do believe this was an oil move which sent yields a bit higher, weighed on equities, and the yield differential play sent dollar yen higher. We're starting to see dollar just catching a little bit more positive ticks at the moment.
So I'm looking for a outside in trade. VPOC is at 35, so I'm looking for a challenge to the mid, fail, and start driving up again. But this could be a launching pad right here. Or I'm gonna be negative $100 on my MES, which right now I am positive $391. I want to see it go right through 31, which is VWAP. Do not want to find any major sellers there, and then I want to start it, see it hit the 30s. Hit the 30s. It's finding sellers at opening price. Wow. With that move down,
With an eye on Brazil.
Gamma went negative 3,500.
Not anticipate China buying large quantities of soy meal from Brazil.
All right, I'm gonna get stopped out here.
Purchases will be important.
I'm gonna give myself a 1 point move here. See if I could hide behind the shadow. So now I'm risking $140. So major support in the overnight in this area, the 25s, low 20s, so this could hold. Otherwise, it will challenge 10. Finding some interest at 21. There's about 283 orders waiting at 21. All right, longs are losing control here. And I'm done. Boom. Okay. So IB stat looks like it's gonna be to the downside, so looks like we're not gonna see any longs unless it holds. Unless it holds. So what have we seen here? So it's starting to look more like scenario 1, but instead of stopping at 42, it stopped at 50, down to 25, back up a little bit, and now down to 16 or the 10 area. Still holding IB. So I'm gonna start looking for a short here. I want to see it test 26. So I want to see buyers here test 26, and then I'll be looking for a short, or unless it just runs and then I'll start looking at something else. But this looks like the entry right here. Stop pick went down. But I still see 4,000 as a major support area. I think that it'll be very hard. Maybe we'll nibble it, but I doubt that we will close under 4,000. So let me have a shallow little run here, challenge here, and then I'll be looking for shorts. So I'm going to be looking for a short at around anywhere between 22 and 25 area.
Market volume stock buy.
So there's only a 29% chance that we will see an IB high now. Oh, maybe that was the entry right here. Yeah, I don't know what I was looking at, but I actually missed this. I don't recall seeing this. I must have been looking at something else, because that is quite a move. Yeah, when you have many charts open with profiles and whatnot, moves don't look the same, right? We may see an outside in here, so I'm not gonna take a blind short here. We may have a challenge to the mid, so I really want to see it fail right here. Yeah, very tough day. 39.90 is solid right there. Market needs to visit that, but when, we do not know. But that is the top of one of our short targets. Actually, it should be here, but it could bounce off of 95, 96 area. It may not have enough momentum to go through. So this is why I put 96, 95 as a target instead of 90. So, all right, big order just came in. So either we had clearing of trades or someone's looking to go short. I think it's clearing of trades. So I think we're gonna see a challenge to the mid. But this is expected after a big move like on Friday. A lot of people are sore. A lot of people are afraid that the market is gonna keep going down. A lot of people are stuck with longs who held 100 points, insane. So no one's really willing to make a decision here. Full force. Let's go long, let's go short. Plus, we still have Fed at 11:30. So this could be a little launching pad right here. So this is the overnight value area low. And that is the overnight value area high. So there could be an outside in scalp. Could be. But it looks like the market is finding support at 18. Which if you look at a overnight, you'll see that there's a major support between 20 and 15. I am tempted to take a long here. Alright, I'm going to take a long here. Let's go. Let's go. Not going to be greedy. I'm going to clear everything here.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop buy.
So risking $212 on the... Oh, we just had a huge stop at 25. Almost 1,300. Now I'm a little scared here. But I think we will find a challenge to the opening price. Come on, come on, let's go. So, not a great R&R, but I'll take it. As long as we could pass 25. 25 is the challenge. We still have POC at 29. So a challenge to this area is quite good. Go, 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 go. All right, I'm gonna have to move stop to entry. This may kill my trade here, but 25 is a major resistant area now. Before it was support, now it's resistance. Come on, come on, go, go, go. Right, I'm gonna move it down to 27, 26.75. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Go, go, go. Oh, come on. Oh, one tick away. One tick away. Oh, no. Oh, my God. It was one tick away. Almost got filled. I don't think it's going to go. Wow. Go, 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 go. Yes, yes. All right. Wow. I got scared there for a second. All right. So, ES, I'm up 900. MES, 361. So, lost a little bit on commission there. Yeah, I'm not a scalping guy, but that was an obvious move. So it may look like we may have just a imbalance day. Chop chop city. So POC is still at 29, VWAP at 31. So again, very low chance of us seeing a new high. Very low chance. But last 2 weeks, we've seen it 3 times. So maybe August is the month for IB high, IB low on the same day. So I cannot discount it, but I cannot be on a long bias. I could be on a outside in, but I have to forget about the gap being closed. Actually, I need to fix that. We went a little higher on the gap, so now we are up here. All right, this could be a short opportunity, but I think we may challenge the mid. Let's look back in time. Always want to look back in time. And right there, this area is a big attraction right here. A lot happened here earlier. It was the launching pad to go long. Also, it's where it was the extension to go short. So I would not go short until I see a challenge this area. You may trade a different way, but that's how I trade. Thank you. I appreciate that, Douglas. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So I want to see this challenge, but this could be the short. This could be the short. But it never hit POC, so there's no way that I would go short without seeing a challenge POC or VWAP. So again, outside in, and then maybe fail at the mid to come back or challenge the upper 40s. So value area high is at 45. Value area low is at 24. VPOC is at 37. So we are starting to fill in the mid, and we are no longer in a double distribution. This could be a little launch pad to go long here. Not a recommendation, but an area to pay attention to. But we got interest at 20. So there's 198 orders waiting at 20. So there could be either a challenge to IB low to launch, or it could launch from here, or it's going straight down, and we could have done a B, C, or it could be a wave 3 down. And if it's a wave 3 down, it's going to challenge the overnight low. So it's statistically also very low to making a new high and a new low in the same day, but it is a possibility. But it statistically is very, very small chance of making new high and new low in the same day. But again, trading is random. You never know. So let's see how the market reacts here. Instead, this could be an ABC up. So if you're not familiar with Elliot waves, ABC is the most common wave pattern, is going to be the ABC. You'll always see an ABC, and then it will either turn into a wave 3, or it will resume the trend. So if it is an ABC or a wave 2, it has to stop before wave 1. It could hit wave 1, but it cannot surpass wave 1. If it surpasses wave 1, then it's a C down, not a 2 down. So, I would have liked, if I wasn't talking, I would have taken it long here again. Yep. So I missed that trade. I would have risked it. Again, small risk and go long. So I think I missed an opportunity there because I was talking.
ESU full. Sell sweet.
Especially if we see a 27, it's going up. Yeah, I think I missed an opportunity there. So that's the thing with streaming. Narrating. If I wasn't, I would have taken this. Oh well. At least I'm positive. Now, all of this could also be a zigzag. A, B, C, A, B, C. So it seems like it's struggling to make new lows, huh? It looks like it's finding a lot of support at IB low and 20 area. So it's starting to look more and more like a balanced day. So it looks like the market needs to fill some volume between 30 and 29. So this area here looks like it needs to be filled a little more. On a candlestick or even here, this does not look like a stop pick. So ABC up. But now I'm scared to take a long. But it looks like it's finding support here. All right, I'm gonna go for a small long here, 2 lot. Looking for a fail? No, I'm not going to. Looking for support here to go long. All right, here we go. Small little trade all the way to the mid. So hardly risking anything here. 42 bucks. So I need to see it pass 27. So I'm gonna go and clear one at, I can't clear one unless I redo the whole order here. Now I don't wanna mess with the ATM because sometimes I forget that I have an open trade, so I'm just gonna go and leave it. But I would have liked to split one, leave one at 29, and then the other at the mid. But I put them in. Yeah. Thank you, Pavli. Appreciate that. I'm starting to get scared here of this long. I'm gonna have to protect this and make it even less risk. 18. So now I'm only risking 25 bucks to make, this is gonna be a really good risk versus reward, to make $137. So really nice risk versus reward, but I may have to clear at 29, which would be $87. So it's looking more and more like outside in, but we could be taken at any second here. But I think all of this needs to be challenged, right? All of this here needs to be challenged. So a test, actually I'm going to lower this to 32. But again, look at that. 29 may be the safest exit, may be 29. So smart money would clear at 29. We'll hit a big stop now at 20, almost 27, almost 900 orders, but it's starting to look like a zigzag up. So next leg here at 29, but it could fail any second. But I am not really worried because I'm not really risking a whole lot of my profit. I'm risking $25, so I'm willing to take a chance here and let this trade run instead of just clearing at entry. But it did fail right before here, so this could be a tell that they are front running the shorts and not so retailer mentality, right? I want to be first in line, right? I want to be first in line. I want to make sure that I am first in line, so I'm going to go short before opening price. So this looks definitely like retail trading, right? First in line, not going to wait. So this could be weak. This could be weak. So for 25 bucks, I'm willing. I'm already up close to 1,400 bucks with this trade now. So I'm willing to go and risk $25 to see this trade go through. But every step of every long trade, struggle. So again, 29 is the safest exit. Wish I could split this, but I can't because I put in a 2-lot trade. With Ninja, you can't split it. You could only split it if you put them individually, or if it was a ATM with 2 targets. That's the only way you can go and split. All right, good luck. All right, let's make sure that I'm not being greedy here on my. All right, I'm gonna clear at VWAP, so 30. So I'm risking 25 to make 95. That is not bad. That is a nice little scalp. So 10 points, a little more than a rotation, so it's a full extension rotation. Huh. It's funny how back in the day that was a whole move for the whole day, 15 points. And now it's just a rotation. Incredible how times have changed. All right, finding a little resistance here at 27. So a lot of front running on the short side here. But again, if it's all retail, it could just be taken out any second. So weak structure. Weak structure. Here we go. Here we go. Right at target. Come on, come on. Right at target. All right, I'm going to move it down one tick here. So it wouldn't be smart to go short right at opening price with with POC and VWAP right above. Not a smart move to go short here if there is any institutional traders on board with a long here. High risk to go short, in my opinion. But what do I know? You can't. You cannot split them. Nope. You could only split it if it was an ATM with two targets. And this was a straight two-lot trade, not an ATM trade. I mean, I did the ATM with a stop and a target, but it was not a two target. You could only split it if it was a two target. I wish I could, man. I would do it. I would be happily out. Here we go. Here we go. Interest at 30. There's 185 orders waiting at 30. All right, I'm going to move it one more tick down. So again, I could have been trading the ES with this, but you know what? I got $929 after commission with ES. No reason for me to give that back already. Screwed it up thinking I was long only one. So yeah. Come on, here we go. Hit it, hit it. Yes, sir. Yes. All right. So I am up almost $500 on the MES. Nice little trade. Oh, yeah. I've never been a fan of Sierra. I think I did a trial of Sierra in 2006 and did not like the platform. Maybe it has changed, but at the time I was more of a fan of Ninja. So yeah, not a fan of, I mean, I haven't seen Sierra now, but I'm not a fan of Sierra, and I'm not a fan of Meta 4 or Meta 5. I think it's a horrible platform, but I know it's very big in Europe. Most of the traders use it in Europe, so my personal opinion, if you're using it and you're making money with it, fantastic. Yeah, hey. Yeah, if you like it. Yeah, I could have done that. You're absolutely right, but that is not how I trade, Tech. Everyone has their own style of trading. And I was going for a solid target in IB if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen during IB. So if you're gonna be looking for short targets during IB, that is fine, but that's not how I trade. But I appreciate your concern, and I do see your point. I do see your point, but that's, you know, everybody has their own way of trading. But yeah, I could have been up big time. But hey, I'm profitable this month. I've only had one loss, so I am not struggling for profits here. But yes, it's you have a good point there. All right, so here comes that mid. So I could have exited at my initial target here. So it's looking more and more like outside in, outside in. So we have prior POC at 35, which kind of coincides with VPOC. So there could be an insane move with the Fed and just drive this market up, because we did see that on Friday, right? We saw a break IB high and IB low, but that is, you know, it was Jackson Hole, so you can't really count that into a regular trading day. That's unusual. But anything is possible. Trading is random. Nice. All right, so again, retailers are trying to jumpstart and going short before the mid. They are in a hurry. But nice little solid move here. Some momentum behind this, but this could give a launching pad for long here all the way to the 40s. If you recall, let's go back in time. A lot of interest right here. So outside all the way in and then back in. Balanced day. But we cannot discount this as only retailers too, because the mid is just a psychological number. It's just an average of the daily range, so it's not really based on auction. It is just psychological. So it's an area that you could use as support and resistance and as target, but it's just psychological. It's not an area that you could count on ever. At least I don't. But you can use it with discretion. So market's struggling to extend IB. So either, again, we're just going to see a balanced day, or it's going to break right through and challenge the low and challenge 4,000. So as of now, we are still in scenario 1. Went up to the 40s. Well, actually, it was 50. Came down to 25. Back up, and then down to 16. And 16 is holding. Or it could turn into scenario 4, which is the one that bounced off of 16 and went all the way down to 95. POC hasn't moved, it's still at 29. VWAP is getting tighter and tighter with POC. We are negative delta, but we were able to regain half of it with this move here. So we were negative 40, no, actually more than half. We were negative 4,800, and now we're only negative 1,000. So looking more and more like outside in, and the challenge to me would be low to mid 40s. But the trick now is where where to go long. You know, we are creating support here. So this could be the launching pad. All right, I'm gonna only place MES trades. Make sure that my trade. All right, we're seeing some buying here. This could be the launch. All right. Ooh, no, it failed. So that could have been clearing of trades. Or they're looking for a stock pick, but we might have just seen clearing of trades. $251 orders on the bid just cleared, so that might have been clearing of trades. Or they are looking for a stop pick right here, which on a candlestick pattern that could look like a stop pick right here. But I wouldn't go long until I see it past 30. So I may, if this is the launching pad right here to go long, I may miss it. Not a suggestion, just an observation, but this could be a long here. Right here all the way to the 40s. And there it is. Yeah. I had a feeling that was the move. But I'm being tight. I'm being tight. Look at that. What a nice trade. Wow. Nice little, almost 10 points already. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. 10 points move. I called it, but I was being tight, but I called it. That looked like a stop pick right there. If this was Wednesday, I would have taken it right there. I would have gone long. I hope somebody took it, because that was a nice little trade. But I'm being tight. All right, so I missed the long. Now I'm just gonna sit on my hand and watch paint dry. I got no moves. I got no moves. I got nothing. Now I will not be doing anything until I see it challenge the low 40s. But that was a nice little 10-pointer. Yeah. I had no balls on that one. No balls. But yeah, I did nail it. It could be Mason, yeah. So I am done with my longs as far as coming up here and filling volume. But I think retailers killed it, because this would have been incredible. We would have had the 50 points. Would have been a really nice end of the month long. So only 29% chance of IB being broken. Maybe with the Fed, it could happen. But this could be a tell here. Very shallow IB low. So, but it looks more like just a balanced day, trying to figure it out who's in control, who's willing to take a chance.
Yes, you too. Market volume.
So we are right at my target, low 40s. So I should have stayed with my trade and cleared at the 40s, but with the mid right on the way. Only if I was scaling, I was able to go and split it. I would have left a runner to the 40s. Yeah, I do not use SMAs. I think you're looking at past information, but it did work. When was it? Last week, when it hit the 200. But I do not trade off. I think it's all spaghetti to me. But if you could use that and you're making money off of it, fantastic. That is incredible. But I've never been a SMA trader or Bollinger or Mac. But I have seen people make money off of it, so I'm not saying that they're invalid, but it's just how I trade. But hey, if you're making money, that's all that counts, right? It's all that counts. All right, so look at that. Low 40s bounced. So that was a solid target. The 40s was a solid target, but it could still go all the way up to here. So there might still be an extension with this here. It could find support here at the mid and go all the way to 45. So, but on a volume profile, the high of value was 41. So they sold right at 41. on a TPO, also 41. So outside in, and the mid is at 33, VPOC 33. So is it gonna keep going and challenge the 20s, or is it gonna do an extension and find a little more upper value area? So you only want to be trading the mid if you see it fail, or if it's a day that's trending and it's coming back to the mid and it's finding buyers or sellers. So you want to see it failed, or if it's trending and it's coming back, boom, it goes up, come back, goes up, come back, goes up, come back. Because when it's trending, either short or long, the mid is moving along with it, right? So unless is a super high trending day and then it never revisits the IB low or IB high. Yeah, more and more like a balanced day. POC and VWAP still 30 and 29. So I would be careful with going long here at the mid. Now there may be an opportunity at 29-30 area to go long again, but so close to IB low. So even though it was shallow here, it may still want to challenge 4,000. And all of this is just fuel, pick up stops of whoever went short. Whoever went short has a bunch of stops in this area here. So still not clear, but it's looking more and more like outside in day, in balance. But in the big picture, we are out of balance because the market never fell into Friday's balance, which starts at 55. All right, challenging POC here. Let's see how the market reacts. This could be a long opportunity, not a suggestion, just an observation. But solid move here. I would be afraid. So this could have been responsive and now initiative sell, or the opposite. Initiative, create a vacuum, response sell to go long again. But both of these sides right here, very strong moves either way. Yeah, could be. Just saw a absorption buy, so this could be an extension to go short. Hit a whole bunch of stops, absorbed all of the buys, boom, all the way down and challenge IB or at least the low 20s. This is why you never want to take any blind. Okay, you know, it's opening price. Let's go long. No. You can do that, but chances are you're going to get your ass kicked. You need to really observe more and I'm seeing more again. Outside in 22, maybe go long, or it's gonna break and challenge the low of the day, which I think the low is weak. The market should have stopped at 4,004, not 6.
Just so you're aware,
But again, we still have the stat of market making new high, new low the same day. Very low statistically. Alright guys, if I don't see it, choose a side here, I'm gonna call it a day. I am not willing to get caught in the chop. This is the worst day to trade. Whenever you see it in range, it means that locals are trading, and as a retailer you get your ass kicked. Because even though it may be obvious that we are doing outside in, where is the outside? Is it really at 22? Is it really at 41? This is their game, and we're just trying to figure out what rules they're playing by. And right now it looks like it's outside in, but it could change any second. All of a sudden we could just get a intermediate time frame trader here to just go and hit a short, a big order, and go all the way down to 10, which I think that is the next support. So we may not see a new low, but we could see 10. So as I mentioned, now this is starting to look more and more like a responsive sell, right? We went long, responsive from outside in, and now back to challenge 45. But nothing is clear. I'm just looking for patterns.
YouTube, market volume stock buy.
Alright, we just got a buy sweep here, followed by hitting a stop. So whoever went short here just got hit.
Yes, YouTube, market volume stock buy.
So if we don't see it past 40, then this here was the responsive buy after an initiative sell. So we need to see a higher swing here past 40. Otherwise, the market is gonna go short. Yeah, I have nothing. Now I'm just narrating. I got nothing at all. Yeah, now I'm just at shorting the high 45. I would be afraid to go long at IB low. There could be a short opportunity here. Again, if this is a responsive buy, so initiative sell, it creates a vacuum, responding with a buy to come back down to regain or finish the responsive, initiative selling. So A, B, C down. So all of this area here is all where the C or wave 2 can end to come all the way down. So if it's gonna keep going down, it's gonna fail anywhere in here. But we need to go back in time. So actually it's more like, well, actually there it is. Let's have to go and extend that, right? It's got to extend this right there. Always remember to go back in time, because that's where your support and resistance areas are, your demand and supply areas are going to be. So always go back in time. Otherwise you're trading with tunnel vision and you're not seeing the big picture. So either go back in time on the same chart or go to a higher time frame. So this could be a short right here. I am tempted, but I am scared of the low 40s. I would like to see 38 before going short. But this could be the short right here. But line in the sand is going to be 38. And there it is, see? It's challenging that. So that might have been it right there. That little wick. This, oh, and there it is, see? See how you can't just go and take a short? You think it looks good, but no. It's all a trick. They're trying to entrap you. So now this could be a short. But there's interest at 40. There's 216 orders. Right, I'm going to take a short. Let's see. Oh, I think I missed it. If I see a bounce off of 33, I'm going to scratch the short. But I think, I'm going to scratch it. But this might have been the short right here. responsive buying, back to initiative selling. If I see it fail at 38.50, I may take a short. Oh no.
Just a treasury block trade going through. It was 11:48 Eastern Time, 5,000 in the 10-year deck 22 contract at 117.5.
So we are at probably a 76 feeble, right above it. But again, I've been talking about the 40s, 45 for a while. So now that we're back up here, I think it would be a high risk to go short, but it could be an opportunity. So I'm gonna go and lower to 2 contracts. No ES, make sure, no ES. And I may take a stab here at a short. Here we go. And I'm gonna keep it really tight. 42, high risk trade. Very high risk trade because 45 is a target of mine to the upside. But I'm only risking 30 bucks. So my target is 27. So first step is to pass 35. So we need to go and pass this area right here. When we pass that, chances are we're going to see a challenge POC. So I'm risking $30 to make $117. Again, it's a 2 contract trade with no 2 targets, so I cannot split it. I'm gonna make sure that my stop is safe, so I need to hide behind the shadows. So the purpose of a stop is to make it hard for the market to hit. I mean, obviously you want to be within your risk and within your daily margin risk of how much you want to risk 2% or 3%. But I think it's best to trade less contracts and be able to move your stop. So I'm gonna go and give it a little more risk here just in case, but I think this is turning to a loser. Yep, this is turning to a loser. So now I'm risking 37. Still 117. So maybe I can get lucky here with retailers doing double top swing here to go short. This was the overnight high, so I could find resistance here. but I am not in love with this trade anymore. It looked good for a second, but now it looks like I'm gonna get stopped out. So it looks like more and more like it's gonna challenge the 45 area, which I've been talking about since here. Or unless my 42.5 holds.
Yes, you too. Sell volume spike.
So for Disney, also podcasting names, Disney Music Group is launching a new podcast series on Disney Hits Podcast, therefore competitors in the podcasting space.
So if I see it go under 35, I may add. But gotta be careful, all of this area here could all be stop picks. Everybody that went long here, all of their stops are hiding under the mid. So high risk adding. So now it looks like more and more that this was a responsive selling and then going back to initiative buying. All right, so gave back. So I'm only 400 positive on my MES, but still 929 on the ES.
Yes, you too. Market volume stock buy.
I am seriously thinking of ending the day here. Do not want to get caught up on this chop. It stalled here. It looked like a good short. And I got caught on the chop. Look at all this. All chop, 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 chop. All right, here we go. Challenge
Yes, you too.
to the 45.
Stock buy.
Wow, that would be insane if we see an IB high.
Yes, you too.
That would be insane. If it breaks IB, it's gonna go straight to 75. Or at least 72.
Yes, you too.
But obviously,
Volume spike.
sellers are gonna protect this area. Because a breaking of IB is weakness. So there's no way that they want anybody to get close to IB high. That is weakness. All right, let's look back in time. So we have all this area is going to be all resistance. So it looks more and more like it's a pullback from this initiated short. But I don't. Anytime that there's a small pullback, that's where I count. So to me, it would have been starting here, not here, unless it was a small, shallow rotation. Then I would have counted this as the initial, but this is a 40 to almost 45. That's a full rotation, so I would have counted here, but I guess it's what you look at. Okay, fill the gap. Yeah, I mean, it can, yeah, be very unusual to see an IB high, but look at that, it might go. Wow, this is highly unusual, but it's been happening throughout August. So don't recall if I called the long here. I don't think I called the long here. I know I called the long here, but yeah, same trade, launching pad right here off of opening price, straight up. But I thought it was more of a responsive, but yeah, highly unusual. So this is gonna be very contested here. No way I could take a long here. Yeah, there's no way. I'll have to see it come back and test 40, but then if it's coming back, it could be the outside in, going all the way down. So very difficult right now. Expert trading right here, or pure gambling. Call it what you want, but very difficult right now.
Yes, YouTube. Market volume stop sell.
Yeah, just so you are aware, as we can make commentary, there's supposed to be some data regarding American companies' business outlook for China. Has reportedly sunk to a record low, according to a new survey that was released on Monday. According to local publications, including both Wall Street Journal and Nikkei.
Yeah, right now I got nothing. Again, almost calling it here. Do not want to give any money back. Oh, I think did I didn't show you guys the other check, right? I'm not gonna make it close because I don't want to see my account, but yeah, it arrived on Friday. It's supposed to arrive together with the other one, but arrived on Friday. Hasn't cleared yet, so that's why I'm waiting. That's why I didn't show it up close. I'm still waiting for it to clear. Otherwise, I would have.
Italy's energy agency, the GSE, suffered a malware attack, according to a statement.
All right, outside in. I don't know. I don't know.
Further on that, it does note that portals have been temporarily suspended as Italy's GSE energy agency
So
the malware attack.
30 point
Been temporarily suspended.
IB range, and it migrated all the way across almost to IB high. Yeah, if I hadn't seen this, I would be looking for longs, but this could be a tell. I mean, shallow IB break, couldn't find any more sellers, so yeah, today could be another day that we see the IB break. But that was a solid trade. 245. Wish I was scaling. I would have not exited 29, and I would have let it run to 45. I knew that was a solid target. Buyers are coming in, and we are positive delta. My God, this is insane. This could be a launching pad here. Oh, I'm tempted to take a long here. I am tempted to, should have, yeah. I think a long at 45 could have worked here. Yeah, right here, long. But it's where do you put the stop? You could put it at 44, but safe place is 39. So 6 points. Yeah, this could be a long opportunity here. All right, this is gonna take a one lot. One lot. I'm curious. I'm curious to see if it's gonna break IB, and if it is, I wanna be on this wagon. So $42.50, yeah. Where I got stopped out, so I'm risking $21. But chances are it's not going to happen. Chances are that they are going to block this, but today could be the day.
So for advanced micro devices, AMD.
To be really safe, I should be at 39. If I go to 39, I'll be risking
just citing WCC FTech sources.
Almost $40. So most likely it's outside in, but it did migrate all the way across. So either it's a bow trap, yeah, it's gonna break IB, and they trick you, and no, comes all the way down. But I'm risking 1/10 of an ES. Or is it 1/5? I think it's 1/5.
Just having a look at the WCCF Tech article, now just noting that they were provided by sources and could potentially change at the very last minute by AMD, it does warn.
So I will not be surprised if I get
Getting confirmation in the official
stopped
price
out.
later this evening.
Yeah, all right. Still positive 386. Yeah. So I knew it was most likely a stupid trade, and that's why I said I was willing to take a risk on it. But yeah. So even though you have all of these statistics, I mean, it's not, there's no rules in the stock market, right? It could do whatever it wants, and usually it does, but usually it does replicate patterns, moves, so you could count on it, but you can't put all of your eggs. And that is why I didn't go long 2, 4, 5, or 6. because I can't, just because there's only a 29% chance doesn't mean that I'm gonna put everything on it, you know. We are so close. We are 5 points away. It's gonna break. No, it's gonna be highly blocked area. If it passes IB, it means that the bulls are back in control,
From BP,
and we're
making significant
starting to
progress
go out of
towards
balance.
restart of the Baltic refinery.
So
Now working with partners to secure fuel for the Midwest region. Does note the fire on August 24th was limited to a single electrical system and was quickly extinguished, but did lead to loss of utilities and the parts of the refinery, but being nonetheless
But
now.
this looks like a stop pick right here.
Phased restart of the refinery.
That looks like a beautiful stop pick right there. High interest at 50. There's 359 orders at 50. But this looked like a really nice stop pick. But again, it could all be a squeeze. Yeah, I think so too. You never know, right? You never know. Because if it did break, I would have started adding. I would have added 5. I would have added 10. Because if it breaks this, it's gonna go at least to 60. So I would have had 15-point trade. Because that's a lot of ground to clear. 30 points. It should have stopped in the low 40s and done outside in. And that's why I took a risk, because it was way at the upper range of the outside. But again, you know, when it's a value day, they are the ones who set the outside. And that's why it's hard to trade. But we are seeing more buying than we are seeing selling. We are seeing more buying than we're seeing selling. The market is spending more time above opening price. So the bulls, the buyers are in control, because look at this. This is the kind of stuff that you guys need to pay attention to. Is, are we above opening price? If we are, then the buyers are in control, right? Otherwise we would be under. So the sellers are trying, but it keeps failing, even though we did IB low. So we may see a break at the IB because we are more on the upper side. So write this down. Where are we? Are we above opening price, or are we under opening price? That is a tell. That's something that you gotta always be aware of. Where are we? Below opening or above opening? Where is most of the action taking place? Above opening or below opening? Even though it's being rejected, it keeps bouncing up to the upper end. So that is very important to think about. So again, look at that. It's gonna break. Wow. It broke. Huh. Well, at least on the ES it broke. Or is that right on the...
Commentary from Republican Senator Blackburn speaking on Bloomberg. She says it may be time
No,
to revisit
it did not break.
climate policy.
It did not break.
Says, and it's calling its own country. It was intentional. It's commentary there from Republican Senator Blackburn.
And this is why I also have a candlestick, just so I can look at the wicks. Here on Renko, it shows that it touched it, but if you look at a candlestick pattern, you'll see that the wick stopped right at 50. And IB high is actually 50.5. So it did not break IB. And those orders are still waiting at 50. Now there's 278. So they held IB. Now is it still going to go? I don't know. But again, if it goes, then it means that the buyers are in control, and there's no way that the sellers want that. And also we got retailers going short at IB high. So this could be a short opportunity here all the way down to the mid. Tell the truth, I would be afraid, because today could be one of those days that IB is broken. We just got 2 ticks away from it. There's high interest at 50. I would be afraid to, actually I'm afraid to go long, go short. But most likely we are not going to see 4,000 or a new low. But you never know. We may get some longer time frame traders trying to unfinish business from Friday and go in and test 4,000. But I think that they accomplished what they wanted. It was not a complete sell-off. It was doing zippers. Whenever there's a complete sell-off, we would have seen 90 points negative right away. Instead, it went 40, it went 50, 60, back up to 40, and then down to 80, 90, back up again, and then it went down to minus 125, back up to 90. So it was structured, but there was no show that the buyers were in control. So it looked like it was very, orchestrated selling. It was structured. So that to me shows that the market is going to fall back into balance. So I do not think that the sellers have regained control and that we're going under 4,000, but who knows? Hello, Ben. Yeah, guys, I am very close to just ending my day here. A little bit under 1,400. I'll be very happy with that. 2 more days of the month left. I believe all I have is 1 loss. So I would like to end with that.
Just an update on agricultural funds in Ukraine. Ukraine agricultural exports are to rise to 6 to 6.5 million tons in October, thanks to Oneup seaports.
Again, this looked like a really nice stop pick.
2022 wheat harvest. In 2022 it was 23.
But again, I couldn't take that, not knowing that we got so close to IB. But it doesn't mean, yeah, it's looking more and more like a good trade, but it could bounce where it took me out. So yeah, all of this really nice little scalping, but I can't trade that. I can't trade 5 points, 8 points. I need at least 10 points with these current conditions, or after COVID. Before, yeah, 5 points, 6 points was a great target. But after COVID, the norm has changed. Yeah, back in the day, I had a 2 to 3 point stop. Now, you will not survive that. That's why you need to be under leverage so you're able to move your stop. Obviously, you don't want to move it 20, 30 points, but you should be able to be under leverage so you could at least move 10 points if you need to. Because sometimes you have a shitty entry, you know? You got in too late. Yeah, it's not where you get in, it's where you get out. So being able to move your stop is essential. So you might have gotten a shitty entry, but if you're able to move your stop, then you're able to get out with your profits, or at least scratch. So again, it's, you know, I'm sure you heard this, it's not where you get in, it's where you get out. All right, it looks like they may want to challenge that 50. That 50 is unfinished business. There's 274 orders waiting. Psychological number. I like it now because there's more opportunities. You have longer targets. But it was more structured pre-COVID. The market did follow more rules. So it's obviously I like the big targets so you can make more money, but yeah. But I did like the structure. But again, if you have a small target with 5 ES, you'll still make money. And you're also risking less because your stops are smaller. So, good morning. Good morning there, Benny. Good morning. Yeah, you're excited. Yes, a lot of new traders. I agree. Yeah, YM, big ranges. I agree, but less volume. So any big trades will do anything it wants. So if you want to have a structured market, you need a market that has a lot of volume. Then it's harder to move the market. Less liquidity means that you could just look at the NQ. You know, it has so little volume that it just runs up and down. So it's dangerous. But hey, a lot of people make money with the NQ. I haven't traded officially NQ for a long time. 2021, I did make some good money, but I was not officially, I was more into the gold. But yeah, a lot of people sitting at home during COVID, and that was it Robinhood? A lot of advertising from Robinhood. It brought in a lot of liquidity, but most of it was options. And then, you know, people started to migrate into other markets, but most of the new traders during COVID was options because most of the accounts were smaller. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it here. It is starting to get too choppy. It started to slow down. Volume has declined. The Fed is coming up. Don't want to lose an opportunity, but I don't want to give any money back either. So I think the smart thing to do is to call it. Let me just watch here a little more, see how it reacts at 40. So 40 is the overnight high. Let's see if it finds support here. Yeah, I've been trading. I've been in the futures market since I was 17 years old. All right, so all of that, just a squeeze. So even though it had all of that interest at 50, it just couldn't get there. It just couldn't get there. So we're back to outside in. We are right at the VPOC. So there's a lot of interest at 40. It took it all. So this could be a yeah, I never traded a penny ever. Actually, I did trade it once, but not me trading. I had a friend that came with some inside information, and I gave him $5,000 and lost it all in 3 days. It was a scam. It was a pump and dump. And ever since, I've never looked. I was so angry. I never looked at a penny stock again. Yep. They pumped it for 2 days and then it went straight to zero. And I was young at the time, so I was not. It was money that I shouldn't have risked. So I was very upset, and ever since, I've never looked at penny stocks. I think you got to really be in the know. You got to really be in that sector. You have to have all of the research tools. Make sure that, or even if it is a pump and dump, that you have the information enough to know that's going to be a pump and dump. So, yeah, I do not. Yeah, but there's a lot of people who make a lot of money with IPOs, with penny stocks. All right, looking more and more like outside in again. So it could bounce off of 35, or it could challenge POC, which is at still 29. There's VWAP at 32. Yeah, I do not look at penny stocks. I do not look at Forex. I don't look at crypto. All of that stuff, I am happily out of it. I have enough in my hands here. Even now I'm looking less and less at gold and crude, but I still look at it in the morning, and I still trade. So if you see me looking somewhere else and paying attention, is because I'm on another trade, either in crude or in gold. But since I'm not streaming, I will not call those out, and I will never put those on my P&L here on the channel. And I also look at options. So sometimes I'll be looking at my Think or Swim. That's who I trade my options through. Did make a really nice trade last week, and I should have kept it. I should have did a calendar spread on it, because I would have made a ton of money on Friday. I would have probably made 10 grand on the options. I had a put to 410 on the SPY, and it went to 05. So I would have been way in the money. Actually, also took my son, he's an options trader, and he suggested a put on the Amazon. So on Friday afternoon, I did take a put on the Amazon. So if you're listening, thank you, my beautiful boy. He's an excellent options trader, much better than I am. But he's cut from the same cloth. No, I do not. I do not. He's actually been pointing out to me that I didn't know this, that the Amazon moves almost in sync with the ES, that it correlates a lot. So here's a tip for you guys. If you're looking to trade options, you could probably jump on the Amazon wagon and take the same trade as an ES, and options, your risk up front. So yeah, SPYs are excellent. I think the SPX is too rich for my blood. That is mostly prop traders hedging. So yeah, some of those SPX trades, you're looking at 5 grand for one contract. So those are expensive. So I do not nibble on the SPX. I only do SPY. Especially because I'm looking at this. I can't be looking at SPY at the same time. And then look at gold and crude. So yeah, it is heavy. It is heavy, especially when it's in the money. Oh my God, it is crazy. So that's what they hedge with. So if the market is going short, they are buying calls. But not buying a regular call, is a call put. So market makers are either selling a put or buying a put call. That's how they hedge. It's not buying a regular call or a regular put. They go and always hedge on the put side. So that is a little information on options and how market makers work. They're always on the put side, never on a true call side. you guys ever learn anything, I appreciate if you gave me a like. You don't have to subscribe, but just so it could help the algo so other traders could find us. That is the only thing I ask. Alright guys, nothing is happening here. Yes, that's what they do. Thank you. They're always on the put side, either hedging a put call or a put, sometimes even naked. So yeah. Alright guys, I'm done. I am done. I think it's just gonna be outside in, and I am not willing to give any of this money back. I want to make sure I end this month with one loss only. I already took out some big checks last week. There's only 2 days left of the month, and I'm not gonna be able. Well, I separate my withdrawals from month to month, so I am not gonna do a withdraw on tomorrow or Wednesday. So I already done my last August withdraw, so I want to make sure that I do not give any money back. All right guys, I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys were able to make some money. Not all this is entertainment. If you did follow me or you did lost money, pure entertainment. All right, I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for following me and supporting my channel. And I'll see you guys live in the Thunderdome. Thank you. God bless you also.